On the fence, welcome to. Did you get it? Did you get it, Nick?
Baby Yoda. Oh, I can be topical too, Hans.
Yep. That's some good meme shit right there. Welcome to On the Fence, a show that's about helping you decide whether or not to spend your hard-earned money on the biggest and possibly best releases. Nick.
Hans.
Star Wars are we in?
Yes. Welcome to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. The most...
Gay you are.
The most...
Annoying is this?
See what's out there.
Like, would you calm down? Like, let's just concentrate on doing this, okay?
I was completely sensible and normal during the Pokemon one. I guess now that I'm in control, Hans has to be a dickhead about everything.
Yeah, that's exactly
Did
it.
you?
We explored many planets.
Yeah, like, we're looking at Jedi, Star Wars. No, Star
Wars Jedi.
I'm doing the number. I don't need it to do it. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Starring the Joker. Yes. EA's big collaboration with Respawn. One of the most anticipated games of the year, probably.
Probably, yeah.
Even for a brief
Probably.
moment.
Yes.
Probably?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Nick,
it's time to land.
what is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order?
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, I really need to stop saying the full thing every time, is a third-person action-adventure game.
Yep.
Set in the Star Wars universe just after the Jedi Purge. So in between episodes 3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
You play as Cal Kestis, who is he was a Padawan in training when the Order 66 happened.
Yep.
And he is now kind of been recruited. Hold on, let me take off my poncho. It is inappropriate for this environment.
Is it? Okay.
Look, it's so warm. Look how warm it would be here, Hans.
Sure.
So yes, Cal Kestis, he was a Padawan in training whenever Order... He was very young, a Padawan in training when Order 66 happened. And this is... he was a refugee on a planet and was forced to kind of reveal himself as a Jedi to save one of his friends on that planet, which then brought the...
Oh, you have many more enemies here than I did.
Yep. This all kicked off, so... So this all kicked off everything in the... So he was recruited by your ragtag group there, Seer and Gree, and they're trying to kind of re-establish some form of the Jedi Order. They've gotten wind of like a holocron full of
Force-sensitive
children who they hope to kind of recruit to bring back the Jedis.
Yep. That is so far 8 for 8, Nick, on what this game 100% is.
Where am I going?
So let's talk about some of the formatting of the game, because there wasn't a lot known. We'd seen obviously gameplay trailers and such, but we actually didn't know what exactly this game was. Nick, this game is Dark Souls.
So this game is Dark Souls as shit. When it was kind of shown off originally, it was very much, people thought it'd be, just kind of like a third person.
Why are you just going to force push him off the edge, make it so much easier for you?
When it was first shown off, a lot of people thought it just did kind of look like a bit of a standard third-person adventure games and melee combat.
They look like kind of a newer version, maybe, of Star Wars The Force Unleashed.
Yeah, maybe slightly slower paced and maybe a bit more focused on lightsaber stuff.
But that general kind of vein of the game.
This game is legit just Dark Souls.
With the Star Wars skin.
Yeah, straight down to like a lot of... It's probably a lot more similar in terms of combat-wise to Sekiro. In terms of you're kind of waiting for parries and stuff, rather than like blocking and looking for opportunities to attack. But yeah, like straight down to, you'll probably see one around the corner here eventually. Like there's bonfire equivalents enemies respawn if you rest. There is a punishment for death in the form of you losing experience that you've accrued. None of it, I feel like, is as harsh as Dark Souls in the grand scheme of things, but it is very... Oh god.
Maybe not the right time to do that.
So this is one of those bonfires. You can see you have a rest option. But yeah, it is very... It was definitely not what I was expecting when I played it, but now that's what it is. Fuck, I love this game.
Yeah, suppose for myself then, like, who the Q is also playing this game and is not a massive Dark Souls fan.
Kind of hoping there'd be more ordinary enemies around for me to kind of show off the actual side of the combat rather than just...
To me, I'm still enjoying it, but I was really hoping for a much more... Because I love Star Wars The Force Unleashed. It was one of my, I thought, one of the more underrated games released. For me, I was kind of more hoping for that vein. It's not really... some of it is. Like, when you're going back and fighting your weaker enemies, you are just kind of just flinging them about like ragdolls. But not to say that I'm not enjoying it, but it's definitely not what I was hoping for.
You're seeing that giant droid here? Yeah.
Yes, is that a bad guy?
Yeah, I assume so. This guy wasn't here before.
Chonk, Nick!
So this is probably a decent episode. This is not going to go well, I don't think, but we'll find out.
Yeah, just so you know, if you liked our Luigi's Mansion 3 playthrough, expect a lot more of that, because Nick couldn't play ahead because of the way the game works.
Yeah, there's one, similar to Dark Souls, there is only one save point. Oh god. There's one save point. So
Is Chonk the bounty hunter or the robot?
I'm assuming he's the robot, because the robot's health went down whenever.
So as Nick concentrates, I will describe some of the combat here. So as you saw there, that character flashed red, which is unparryable or unblockable attack. You can hold L trigger, no bumper. Left bumper is your kind of block. If you hit that at the point of contact of an attack or a blaster bolt, you can either parry or deflect back. Most enemies who have a guard, so once you break the guard, they're kind of staggered, and then you can do a lot more damage to them. But really, it's mostly there because...
Looking scared, Jedi.
Oh, Chonk is actually the robot. It's more there because, obviously,
What's this?
lightsabers just cut through people.
Yep.
So if you hit them once, there's not really a...
Very nice.
You know... yeah, they should just straight up die. So it's kind of a nice...
It's kind of the case with a lot of enemies.
Yeah, it is. So like, it's a good way to kind of keep that idea of... I suppose keep the lore intact almost.
So, I will say, to anyone watching this, I'm quite late on in this game.
Yeah, so there will be
I am, like, I would
spoilers.
say 2/3 to, like, 3/4 of the way through this. There will probably be story stuff in this as I make forward progress so we actually see some stuff. So there will be spoilers if you just want to skip ahead to, like...
The review.
Yep, it'll be there. So, kinda, I just saw there, I beat this guy, then I got experience for it. The experience, I don't know why I stopped meditating. The experience can be used for the skill tree, which is here, which kind of relates to, in, say, Dark Souls, you could upgrade your attribute points with your skill, with your souls. Your experience here turns into skill points, which, whenever you die, you'll only lose that current bar, or that current progress, so you won't lose all your skill points that you've accrued. So you see there, I'm 2/3 of the way to my next skill point. I'll only lose that 2/3, I'll not lose the one I've already banked. And these are kind of range from, we have special attacks to increase your health, and then in the more like intricate things like, oh, I can like, wait, where is it? I can throw my lightsaber.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So, I think this is really cool. I think some of the stuff in here is kind of, I haven't used it, but I also think some of the stuff in here is very cool. Like the throwing lightsaber, which I kind of always forget I have, and then when I realize, I like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, this is great. I also have my handy dandy droid, BD-1, who might actually be my favourite droid in any Star Wars game so far.
Why is it that everyone can understand droids by the audience?
I don't know.
This is your master.
Yes. So, the story so far, the bit I'm out of the story, it seems Cal is very much the case of he feels guilt of how he felt responsible for his master dying.
a Jedi.
No.
Who this is now him kind of dealing with that guilt in the Force and
Memories that have haunted
mentally.
me since Braca. I won't run from them anymore.
This is probably a good point to say. I think all the voice acting and the characters and all that are incredibly well done.
Yep. I completely agree. I think the story so far has been interesting enough. So the bad guys are pretty good bad guys. The good guys are pretty good good guys. So Cal is kind of like
Pathetic.
it's not that he doesn't want to be a Jedi, but he does kind of see it as a hindrance sometimes.
Yes, it kind of goes back to his guilt.
Yeah.
He feels like because he was a Jedi, his master died. Okay.
What I really want to see as well is it almost kind of looked like there was a point he was getting overly cocky, which might play into it, but I don't know yet. Don't ruin that beautiful hair.
Master. I will never forget. The loss has become a part of me. It will
So yes,
haunt me.
Cal has essentially been hiding out on, like, not undercover, but
He's a fugitive.
in hiding, like, and yes, as I said, he has to use his force power. He's forced to use his force powers to save one of his friends, which then has leads the
Inquisitors, isn't it?
yes, who are essentially a group of Jedi hunters to him, and some of them have ties back to Seer and Grieve and there. It's like side story on how they do, and some of them are just like big dudes who are annoying.
Follow him closely.
So this, oh, one of these guys, just so I can show off. So this is kind of how most combat goes.
So
Is
skilled.
it'll be generally more slower paced, and like you're kind of relying on like getting parry timings correct to actually like reduce their stamina bar. And then once their stamina bar's down, you can get a couple hits in, and then cycle, rinse, repeat.
Yeah, so even just attacking them outside of it can reduce their stamina bar too.
Yeah. So see, I'll hit the back away, and he'll like instinctively dodge, and then I can kind of parry and riposte and all that. And yeah, that's kind of how combat is. It does very much remind me of Sekiro. I think it is very, very similar to Sekiro. Oh shit.
I love the whenever you hit a bolt blast back at his one was Jedi. Like that's
Yeah.
so satisfying when you do that. It's so Jedi.
So there's a lot of things I really, really like about this game, and one of them is I think this game is unintentionally hilarious at times.
How so?
So, well, it's probably not unintentional, but like, it's like, so if you're fighting people, and like, say you're against a group of like 4 stormtroopers who are all with guns, then like, if you get down to the last guy starts freaking the fuck out. He's like, I got this, and like really has to sit and hype himself up to fight you. And there's a lot of moments like that where like and it's the first time I feel like in a game they've actually properly made Jedis like scary in a way. Where like, yeah, if I was just a stormtrooper and I like this dude came and tore through my entire battalion, I'd be shitting myself.
Yeah, that's true.
So there are a lot of these small collectibles which are kind of like force echoes, and you'll get like some bits of lore and they'll give you experience. And the other side of this game, outside of the combat, which probably not like Dark Souls, is the Metroidvania aspects of it. So I can show you a bit. So you'll see here, there's bits of climbing. So the way the game works is you will slowly unlock like new force powers, new equipment that will unlock new areas going forward, and even planets you've visited before in a very Metroidvania style way. So whether it's stuff like you'll get new force powers like push or pull, so you can pull a rope towards you to swing across a gap. You'll get like a double jump, and some stuff's even like BD1 will be able to like splice into Imperial like locks and stuff to try and. So then I think that's really cool. I think it's a nice, cool addition on that Dark Souls layer.
Yeah.
Marin, right?
And overall, yeah, I'm very impressed with
What you were told about the
a
Jedi
lot
was
of
not
this
true.
game. It is, especially compared to
So
what
you
it
say.
was showing off in the
Cal.
build-up to it coming out.
Malicos
I feel like it's a
seems
very
too.
different
Carmel
game,
goes
but in a
down there
very
by my order, but what
cool
he is
way.
now,
Yeah. I think for a lot of people it was going to be a lot more linear. They're expecting a lot more linear. Probably almost like a similar format to maybe a whatchamacallit? Uncharted maybe game, because some of the stuff they had shown seemed quite Uncharted-esque almost.
A lot of the movements and stuff feel like you do have
Hunted
quite
down by the Empire,
like wheelie
right?
movement. There's a lot of momentum the way
Remember
Cal
when I
moves,
lost my
and even
car?
some of the animations I think look a lot like Uncharted. like quite exaggerated jumps and things like that.
I was only a child when they attacked. An armored warrior brandishing this descended upon us and cut down my people, my sisters, until I was left alone.
That sucks.
Dead. Then Malikos came and promised me revenge if I shared our secrets with him in return.
So there's a lot. Just seeing the lightsaber there has reminded me. There's a lot of very weird customization in this game.
Malicos was wrong to use it
So
against you.
you have like almost full control over like
You don't have to
the
be
color
in.
of Cal's clothes, the poncho he wears, the color of BD-1, the color of the Mantis, which is the ship I started in, and then like you can completely customize how your lightsaber looks between like the color of it, the way the hilt is, the way like the sleeve is, and things like that. And it's kind of insane the amount of customization for like things that have no effect on the game whatsoever.
Yeah, like you would think there would be like this one that she'd
Yeah.
fight better or something.
So
like
like
that.
I have all these ponchos I find, I have not that many outfits that I find. I've got all these colors for BD-1, I've got all these colors for the Mantis, and like none of these change anything.
No.
They're legit just there, like, how do you want this thing to look?
Sir, at stake.
Which I think
Whose
is
lives?
kind of cool.
Innocence.
They
Yeah.
get that
Sensitive
people
children who will be
want like
hunted down
this
and
Star
murdered.
Wars fantasy,
As we
and giving people that option, especially the
Oh.
lightsaber stuff,
Check it out.
is probably a good way of going about that.
Yeah,
Never
100%.
been one to shy away from the pursuit of knowledge.
You're gonna go fight that guy that's just waiting down there for you.
Oh, I gotta get these collectibles hands. I can find you lightsaber skins.
Not in that, you can't. All the stuff comes in the boxes.
Something terrible happened here. A massacre. They killed their own kind for promises of power.
That is definitely a boss fight, Nick. Just look, that just screams boss fight. Hope it's a guy, otherwise that person's topless. Oh yeah, here's the random.
Malicos.
Welcome home. Here to begin your training. What in these ruins tempts you so much?
His story is he is another Jedi that kind of survived the
I
Purge,
could ask you the same
and he came to this planet, which is where some of the original Force users were from, and has kind of been corrupted by some of the like energy of the planet.
thing. Don't you understand?
But I say, his name seems more Sith-like than Jedi-like.
I want to restore the order.
Restore the Jedi Order. Oh, you poor fool. It's over!
His voice is also very familiar to me, but I cannot place it.
He was stifled by tradition. Deafened by our past glories. Blinded by endless war.
Maybe. But it's never over, Malicos. We stand here now, the chance to learn, to rebuild from our mistakes.
Jedi learn. There's no future for them. Why can you not see that? It's time for something new. You and me. We could build something different.
I think he's hitting on you.
Yes, I also think he's hitting on me.
He wants your twink body. You can tell that just jumped out of a cutscene.
Yeah.
The graphics just
Praise.
died to death there.
Of course you're evil. You have a red lightsaber. Even I don't have the option to have a red lightsaber.
Yeah, you just get orange or red or green, and the orange is only for premium access.
Come on!
Did you not say you unlocked the dual wield ability?
Yep.
Why are you not using it? Yeah! Fuck him up!
So a lot of the boss fights, as you see here, are very much this like slower pace, definitely much more like kind of wait and react rather than take the initiative.
Yeah, and so there are also kind of mini bosses and stuff throughout the areas. So the very first sort of area outside the prologue, which is the scrap planet, Nick and I both encountered
Ogo Bogo?
Ogo Bogo, which is
Ogo Bongo?
was a giant frog, and you're because
Fight me!
The game's your droid is sitting there telling you, no, come this way, but because it's a game and you're a gamer, you're like, oh, I want to explore, and then before you know it, this massive health bar appears at the top and it says Ogo Bogo. You're like, ah, fuck. So there are kind of mini bosses and stuff throughout. You have fucked up his costume something fierce.
Ah,
Why can't you do that, Nick?
Come on!
because I'm only a Padawan hand.
Clearly not. You have a green lightsaber, Nick.
That was my choice.
Jedi lore dictates that's for Jedi Masters.
Oh god. Does it? I always wondered this, because like... What the fines? Oh god. Oh god.
I don't know exactly, but for what I vaguely remember was actually it's more to do with classes of Jedi. So like,
Hey, buddy.
different ones take their strength from different things, and that depends on what color lightsaber you get.
I hardly felt that.
You hardly felt that, Nick. He's talking shit. Fuck him up.
I'm trying.
Can you not force push that back on him, maybe? Do damage.
Oh, you're a quick one.
Oh god.
Fight me!
What have I been doing for the last 5 minutes? See, I think I should have force pushed that back.
Yeah, I'm thinking that as well.
You better cut his goddamn head off, Nick.
I will say, I think this game was absolutely fantastic.
I was wrong to think you could stand with me!
Like, I think the animation's really cool. I think the facial work is really cool. Like, that does look just like the fucking guy from Gotham.
Yeah, that's a straight up Joker.
You have no right to Dathomir. No right to our magic.
Wait, it's called the Force.
Well, so you go, Nick. There's magic and the Force all in one word.
Force is magic. Confirmed.
Get up, Cal Kestis. You're not dead yet.
Alright, you're gonna get out of here then? Jesus.
God,
Oh, God.
won't save you.
There you go, Nick. Dodging won't save you.
I feel like you're just talking bullshit, dude.
I've survived worse.
See what I was talking about earlier, like where the split lightsaber stuff is just like an attack.
Yeah.
Oh, nobody Force!
Jesus, Nick.
Oh, God.
You might want to heal.
It will take more than that.
Buddy, help.
So yeah, back to the Dark Souls vein, your health is like, your health recovery items are limited until like you rest at a bonfire.
Then you have to weigh it up because if you rest, then
All the enemies respawn, and yeah. So yeah, it is very Dark Souls. Like,
straight up Dark Souls, dude.
Like, the guy at work said to me, like, because he played like an hour.
Oh my god, he just doesn't stop.
Because he played some of it. Oh god. Like the night it came out before we came into work.
Right, push. Nick,
I'm trying.
Nick, for the love of God. You got 1, well done. You got 1 out of 6, and it didn't even hit him.
Try that again.
Try that again, even though you've done it twice now.
Oh, you're a quick one.
See, now this is one of the, supposed to be, this is one of the issues I have, is that the enemies and stuff do feel a little bit like damage sponges. Like, this has gone on for maybe what, 5 to 7 minutes? This could be easily half this, and I still think it'd be just as enjoyable a bit.
You will not.
Oh, okay. I feel like that's one of the few boss fights I haven't died first time.
Like you
which
said, my
is quite impressive.
Dathomir will be your grave.
Oh god!
Did she just send him to hell?
I think she just absorbed him into the floor.
Let him lie in the dark with his secrets
That's kind of fucked.
until death takes him.
So he's just gonna stay down there until he starves to death.
Yeah.
Like,
Parasite.
Yeah, it seems like that.
do not piss that woman off. Jesus Christ.
Ah, sweet.
What are you really doing here, Cal Kestis?
The ones who built this tomb, the Zepho, they created an object called the Astrium. It opens a vault on a distant planet. Inside is a list of Force-sensitive children across the galaxy. But the Empire is looking for it too.
What empire?
So one of the things this is missing that Dark Souls
It was
has,
bent on
which
exterminating Force
I'm
sensitives
kind
so
of
no one
hoping
can
it
stand
comes
against
like
it.
maybe later in like a post-story kind of thing, is the ability to kind of like warp between the bonfire equivalents. And in a game where like they put so much focus on the collectibles and like exploring 100% of the map, it feels kind of weird because it means like getting anywhere can feel like because you're always starting from the same point whenever you land on the planet, and that's wherever the Mantis lands, and it feels like a lot of it can be a kind of a big chore.
Yeah, like for example, the planet where you kind of learn force push and stuff. It's quite a decent sized planet, but there's this entire underground tomb to it as well.
Yep.
And that is like to get back to where that was, even though you got shortcuts, but it's still like the shortcuts help to an extent. But then like getting back to where that was, going down and then having to go all the way back to that tomb to get to a certain point just to pick up one collectible is a bit of a chore.
I was kind of hoping because she has like the ability to like phase in and out that she would like teach me it, and that would be your way of getting around. Maybe that's coming, I don't know. But we'll find out.
That looks like it just pooped.
They just poop.
It pooped out its chest.
Finally found it.
Now I just shove it up my butt.
That's...
It is real.
Baron, this could be the key to the next generation of Jedi.
They're gonna fuck.
Or we could be. You know, if you're into that sort of thing, if you're into white guys, I don't know. Maybe you're like gingers? I don't know.
Jedi.
Do you want to come with me? I don't know.
I'm sure you could do some real kinky stuff in the bed with the Force.
Oh yeah.
Like choke. Just...
Just choke. What about lightning?
I was alone for a long time. In hiding. I was scared that they'd find out who I was, or what I was.
What changed?
A very good friend of mine told me to go out and find my place in the galaxy.
And you listen.
Well, no. But life has this funny way of forcing you on the path forward anyway. Now,
Let me
here I am.
force you on this
Least
path.
expected.
Force, Nick.
I hate you, Hans.
Force.
I really hate you.
A path forward.
Do you know how I often pick up women?
With the Force.
With force.
I will join.
Ooh.
You will?
I've spent years waiting for a chance to avenge my sisters. I'm finished waiting. I wish to fight by your side.
Yeah, side, on your back, wherever. Yeah, it's fine.
Light sisters and Jedi do not travel together, but survivors. We adapt.
So in terms of like the overall Star Wars lore, I think there's some cool things in this.
Like what, Nick?
What do you think?
So you go to the planet where all the lightsaber crystals come from at one point?
Oh, really? I didn't know they all went. I thought
Yep.
they formed naturally.
No, they...
The crew.
So where all they come from, and like Cal goes on like this like kind of vision quest to go find his.
Right. Okay, that's cool.
Sweet. I'm out.
Is there anything else you want to show off before we
Not,
wrap it up?
Not
wrap
that I'll
it
be
up?
able to easily like get to and show off. I'd like to show off. Like I would love to show off some of the more like traversal side of things, but I'm not gonna be able to get there very quickly.
Tell you what, Nick. How about you show that off in the footage? Yeah, good luck fighting them.
There's no way
In the
forward.
footage.
There is now.
Did you raise the ones before too?
I did. I wanted to see how you would handle Malicos.
Oh god!
You were testing me?
Oh god!
How about you show that off then in the footage
Are you gonna help me with
while
this?
you give your review of Star Wars Jedi: The Last
Fallen Order.
Fallen Order.
The last Fallen Order.
The Last Order. So that was footage from Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Nick,
Hands.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
If I, on the fence about Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, what would you say to me?
I would say this is a very, very good game. I think it's gameplay, yes, probably not what a lot of people are expecting, but I think, even in terms of Dark Souls game, I think it's quite accessible. I don't think it's overly punishing in its difficulty whenever... So you know, when some people hear the phrase Dark Souls game, they're probably thinking, oh, this is just going to be a chore to play. I think this is actually very easy on that side of things. I think the timings on a lot of the parries and things are quite wide, so you're never feeling like, oh, this is just being a chore to play. And I think going through it as well, it's a really cool Star Wars story. It's a bit paint by numbers, but it's very well acted and very well written. And there's a lot of it in there for long-term fans of the Star Wars series, with a lot of pretty cool lore moments that I think tie in quite well with this game. And I feel like, yes, it's probably very well trodden in terms of like the time period. Like I feel like Force Awakens was set in the same time period and things like that, or Force Unleashed, sorry. But I think it's very cool, and I think all in all, this is easily up there as one of my favorite games of the year so far. Hans,
Hi, Nick.
you've also been playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Have I?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just...
If I was on the fence about it, what would you say?
I would say that as someone who dislikes with great passion Dark Souls and Sekiro and Bloodborne, I think there are shit games that trash people play. What are we talking about again? As someone who doesn't like those games, I have found myself to be enjoying this game. Probably not to the same level as Nick, who is a fan of those games, but it's still enjoyable. Could be maybe it's because it's a Star Wars game and because of the brand, maybe I enjoy it more. That does help. But I found the combat to be okay. The navigation and traversal stuff's pretty awesome. And just getting to fight stormtroopers and stuff like that and kind of hit all those high points as a Star Wars fan's really neat. Story is good, but say I haven't really hit that hook point where I'm just like, yeah, this is brilliant. But overall, it's been enjoyable. Don't know if I'll finish it, to be honest, and even though it's quite a short game, I don't know if we'll get to that point, but it's probably still good. However, what we should say is it worth 50 quid, Nick?
What is it, BD?
50 quid is, even it's not, it's like 55 on most places. I think it is a tall ask, but I will say this is a game with limited replayability. Like, the only replayability is I'm going to play it again on a higher difficulty. So I do not see the downside of, oh, I'm going to sign up for a month of Origin Premiere for 15 quid to play the game.
And that is exactly
It's
what I would say.
done, yeah, isn't it?
Yes, so it is available on Origin Premiere, which is a $15.99 subscription.
$14.99 a month, yeah.
$14.99 a month subscription service. My advice would be do that instead. I don't think it's worth full 50 quid. I think, like you said, Nick, it's
I think very few games are worth £55. I think that is
unless
absurdly high, to be honest.
I think though, like you've got games that do have like games that are replayable. So like FIFA, for example,
Yeah.
though. FIFA is a game that you can play and play and play because it's a constantly changing pitch. A lot of RPGs, because you're getting like nearly 100 hour out of some RPGs, like those sort of things. This is the sort of game I think the subscription service is perfect for.
Yeah.
Go in, pay 15 quid, maybe 30, depending how long it takes you to complete it, and be done with it.
Yeah.
I 100% think that's the way to go with this. And plus, that EA or Origins Premiere is available across all services.
Yes.
It's not just
Yes,
PC?
it is. It's PC, Xbox, and PS4 now, yes.
Yeah, so it's across all services. So at the end of the day, everyone can do that now. But yeah, so that is our opinions on Jedi Fallen Order. Overall, pretty positive, but maybe it's a bit expensive for the game that it is. Currently available, as we just said, on PC via EA Origins, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One for £50 to £55, or if you're feeling cheeky, go for the £14.99 option. Like, they know people do that, right?
Yeah.
They must do. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me, Nick.
No problem.